Let's go to CTV's Jeremy Thompson. He is standing by just outside of Hinton, Alberta. We can see the smoke in the background behind you. Jeremy, first of all, can you just quickly tell us how far Hinton is from Jasper?
Yeah, Hinton is about, I don't know kilometers, but it's about an hour's drive into Jasper, the townsite itself. So we're well away from this fire. As you see, it actually rained quite a bit here last night, so it's misty. Some of this is mist, some of this is smoke, but that moisture, however much there is small comfort to the people of Jasper, as you mentioned.
Yeah.
They've been seeing images coming out of town through the evening and into this morning. Buildings lost, hotels lost. I spoke with a few evacuees from Jasper and Hinton yesterday evening who believe their home has been lost. So, they're just really devastated to see what's happening to their town. And obviously the extent isn't even known at this point.
Exactly. And it is so devastating. The mayor telling us yesterday that this was his worst fear, that fire would enter the town. And we know many have been burned down, including an historic lodge. We know that the Fairmount Lodge, which is very popular with tourists as well, was able to evacuate the employees, but it too has been affected by the fire. Jeremy, can you go back a little bit and explain when things really took a turn since we spoke yesterday?
Yeah, so of course this has been a serious situation, of course, since the evacuation alert was first issued Monday evening, became an order kind of around 10 p.m. But things really became critical yesterday afternoon. The bigger of two wildfires near Jasper was about 8 kilometers, was about 10 square kilometers in size in the morning. And then Parks Canada says just strong winds just whipped that fire up towards Jasper from the south. And that's when they decided that it was so unsafe in there that everyone except for the very critical first responders like firefighters and some incident commanders, everyone else had to get out of town. So we saw kind of a mass exodus of large vehicles coming out of town right around 5 o'clock there, leading up to 5 o'clock. Kind of sad to see those huge pieces of heavy equipment coming out. We know that every effort was made to protect Jasper as best as possible, but most of those efforts failed. For example, helicopters dropping water on the fire, that was ineffective. It was too unsafe air conditions for water bomber airplanes to fly over, and the bulldozers that were planning to make a fire break line along the south edge of the town, those could not complete their work before that evacuation order was given. So it is changed now from a wildfire fight to a structure firefight, and resources are coming in from all over the place to help with that effort.
You mentioned that there was rain overnight. Can you tell us anything more about the forecast and whether or not it will be working in firefighters' favor?
Well, it's certainly, we heard from Parks Canada yesterday about just the conditions that, made it possible for a fire of this size to happen. It was a lightning strike, they believe, and it was just tinder dry, temperatures in the 30s, 36, 37 degrees in the national park, even the town site leading up to Monday evening. So it has cooled down now, as you can probably tell. They said that about 10 to 20 millimeters of rain was forecasted in the next 24 hours. I assume much of that has happened overnight now. Unclear exactly the impact that this rain has had on that fight. I know from covering previous fires, unfortunately becoming a common thing to do in the summertime here in Alberta, that, in order to make a significant dent in that fire, it needs to be a lot and pretty sustained. So to be determined as far as the help that Mother Nature is providing here.
Jeremy Thompson for us. Once again, Jeremy is in Hinton, which is about an hour away from Jasper, the closest we can get at this point. Jeremy, thank you so much for all of that reporting.
You bet.